Ladies and gentlemen,
We.
it is with great pride and deepest pleasure. What?
I was gonna do the thing.
What thing?
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
I can't. Okay, so
We don't know if that worked yet.
we don't know if that worked because we just got this audio mixer by an anonymous donor.
Thank
That's
you,
all I'm
random
gonna
guy
say.
from Safeway.
Thank you, random guy from Safeway.
I'm sad that Lucas didn't get your name.
I'm kind of sad too.
I would have liked to meet him. Been like, hey, bro, thank you. Like,
Well, the only reason I met him
you ran into him.
with my cart, and every time I text someone or called someone about it, which was only twice, mind you, they thought, "Wait, you hit someone with your car?" And I was like, "No,
With a cart.
car, tuh."
Shopping cart.
No, but yeah, we got new audio. We have no idea what we sound like right now. We're not gonna know until the end, and so we're also not gonna edit this. This is gonna be
absolutely not. We're bringing it to you
Raw.
live
Oh.
and raw. I was gonna say raw, but this is raw, unfiltered. Oh, we need to record a
And-
new trailer too.
Yeah, we'll do that after this probably.
We'll do that after that.
But what's great about this is now we're not gonna sound like we're recording on a potato.
My iPhone's not a potato. Bro.
Your iPhone's a potato.
No, the camera is.
The audio for an iPhone is potato quality.
It's not the worst. It's better than when we were recording Brain Cell and we were using that microphone that you had. That we were trying to record it between 3 people using one microphone.
Well, it would have worked if I could have figured out Audacity and the noise cancellation. I, however, am stupid, so it
it's not that
doesn't
you're
work.
stupid. It's the Audacity is a little stupid.
Nah, it's a professional recording software that's free, and if you know what you're doing, you can figure it
The
out.
problem is you just don't know what you're
I
doing.
did not know what I was doing. No, I still don't.
We're still learning. We're you know what? The greatest thing about this podcast is that the people that are listening are growing with us. They're watching the development. It's just like a really good
Except
sitcom.
Matthew, I'm pretty sure he capped out at his height.
No, yeah, probably.
Also, we have a whole new
We're,
setup that we're trying to do. We're trying to give this more structure.
we're trying
you
to
know.
make this a better show for you guys and easier for us to record because as of right now, the concept of this show has literally just been like, hey, what are we talking about? Let's ask AI. Or, hey, I saw a dude in the street the other day. Let's talk about
And he
him.
was butt naked running around.
I did see a butt naked woman in the streets.
You
a
live in
couple of
Antioch,
weeks
that's
ago.
why I said it.
No, it was in Pittsburgh.
And basically, this first 5 minutes, we're gonna call this the Daily Roast.
With small talk.
Welcome back to the Daily Roast, fellas. First ever. Welcome back to the first ever because
Your
that
mom.
makes sense.
No, I'm just
Your
kidding.
mama. No, but you know, cocoa and coffee, roasted coffee, daily roast. We gonna make fun of each other. Joseph, your eyes make you look like you could be blinded with dental floss.
Lucas, you built like Mr. Incredible before he started working out.
Again. Oh yeah. Hear that, ladies? I got the bod of Mr. Incredible.
Not the good version.
Dad bod? Nah, father figure. No, but this is great. We're having fun, and pretty soon, once
Oh, that chair creak is gonna get.
no, it's not picking up. I don't
Oh,
think.
it's not picking
I
it
don't
up?
think it's picking up.
That's wild.
But again, we won't know until the end.
My gaming chair is really creaky. I'll show you
Um,
that video later.
No, but we're gonna be giving you guys some high quality content here, and today we do have a pretty fun topic that I think you'll enjoy, especially with
Oh,
the people that we've been around.
oh yeah.
But when you hear this episode, like, you know what? Because this isn't gonna release for like 2 months. We could release this earlier.
We could.
And
And we could
just
make.
explain right now, if this is released early, just a heads up, we have, or you know what we could do? We can make all those episodes hidden episodes, or re-record them.
We
Re-record
re-record
the
would actually.
concept.
Re-record would actually be really good because
think
there's a
that might
couple
be
of those
good.
that I honestly was gonna cut out.
Um,
So teaser trailer then. We could do a teaser trailer
in
right
a
here.
world where Joseph and Lucas
No, let
record
me-
audio on a potato.
Let me look because you know what? We are gonna re-record those episodes.
One man,
It's gonna take a
one
minute,
desire.
but
I need to get my tortillas.
there's there's one that we can't re-record. The wrong Dalton.
Yeah, we can't re-record that one. That one's quality right there. But anyways, like that's the first 5 minutes right now, and
Are we already at 5 minutes?
dude, we're already at 5 minutes. It's kind of crazy how
Bro.
fast small talk happens. But I'm excited for this topic.
I do want the 20
Um,
questions one to go up though.
The 20 questions one will go up because that irritated the tar out of me.
Look at it. Look at this. This is a teaser trailer for all of you. Really quickly, we got
Don't do that into the microphone where it's gonna sound horrible.
what?
Your mom. Your mom.
No, I told Lucas the world's longest joke.
Oh God.
We talked about movies where Lucas answered a phone call for an interview for his new job that he's currently
Oh,
at
that
right
one's
now.
got to go up.
That
Yeah,
one's going up. Um, that's about it.
that's
What
crazy.
is this episode? Why is this audio recording just labeled 100?
Hey, I don't think your mic's close enough,
Oh,
and
it's
you got to
not.
be talking towards it. You're talking away
I'm
from it.
sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, idiot.
I'm sorry. I've never held a microphone like this before.
Because you're gray without the R. And depending on how you spell it, it's either gay or gee.
I think Becca gets mad at me for the way that I spell gray. I don't remember which one she likes to spell it as.
Anywho, what's our topic today, Joe? What is our topic?
We
Give me the topic.
we are going to be talking about some crazy.
What is the thing that we will be talking about today?
We're going to be talking about.
What is next up at 5?
We are going to be talking.
What is
about,
the thing?
Can you shut up?
I was waiting for you to tell me to stop. I was going to keep
We are
on
going to
going.
be talking about. I can introduce this horribly. We're going to be talking about the
gosh.
thing that shows up always near your house. It's everyone's favorite N word.
Whoa, no.
We're going to be talking about your neighbors.
Oh my gosh.
He threw his hat.
Oh,
That's for
done.
our video listeners.
Was it neighbors or crazy neighbor stories?
Crazy neighbor stories is what we came up with today. And let me tell you, I just threw my phone on
I'm
the
holding
ground.
my microphone like I'm a rapper.
Hey, yo, it's Mr.
My
Worldwide.
rhymes are flying, my beats are sick.
Anyway, so do you? Because I could take this topic over with a single story, but I want to. Do you have any crazy neighbors?
Not currently, but I have some, and I want you to go first because I
Oh.
want to see if mine tops yours.
Okay, so let me tell you about my.
Oh wait, hold on. Let
neighbor.
me test something. I'm just gonna see if the audience hears that. If you hear that, that's me just flicking my microphone cord,
He's
seeing if
gonna
it
be
picks up
fidget-
the audio.
He's fidgeting just like he did with the tape measure. But
Oh, that's gonna sound great.
That's gonna sound awful. No, so we have this one neighbor. I'm gonna call him Ben. I'm not gonna use his real name, but he was an interesting man.
It does not fit in my mouth.
he was
I don't know if anybody heard the breathing on the microphone, but I tried putting it in my mouth, and I can't.
I'm never using that microphone. But
I'm gonna switch them on purpose,
no,
and you're not gonna know when.
You can't because I know which one I'm plugged into.
Dude, I can unplug it and switch it.
No, because then the microphones won't work. Remember?
No, it will now that we got it plugged into this thing.
Oh, okay, but no. So I'm gonna call him Ben. He was an older
What was his
African
last
American
name?
gentleman. I don't remember. I don't even know if I knew his real last name.
Dover.
Let's call him Franklin. Ben Franklin. So he had
A key and a kite with a dream.
He had a pit bull in his
Mr.
backyard.
Worldwide.
He had shut up.
He had a rapper in his backyard.
He had 2 pit bulls, and this isn't even part of the biggest part of the story, but he had 2 pit bulls and they had puppies, so he had like
Aw.
15 pit bulls in his backyard, which by the
Oh.
way is illegal.
What?
You can't have that many dogs in your backyard.
Why not?
You can't have that many dogs in general, I don't think, unless you have a license or something.
Why not? This is America.
I think it might be specifically with
What
pit
if I got
bulls.
15 friends and I call them all my dogs and I got my 15 dogs
Well, it
at
might
the
be
cookout in my
specifically with pit
backyard?
bulls because of the negative connotation about pit bulls.
Wiener dogs are more
They
aggressive.
were very aggressive though. One of them did bite my dad.
Ouchie.
Yeah, one of the pit bulls bit my dad. But no, so that was just the first red flag about this dude. But he claimed to be an ex-government employee. He had handcuffs hanging up on the rearview mirrors of his cars. I was always scared to ask about those. I still don't know why he did that.
I have an idea.
But he every time like
He
we
escaped
had
like Houdini from a police chase.
he had offered because we had some exterminators come because we had termites in our house a couple of years ago, like 2013, 2014 now. But he offered to get my mom like the military grade chemicals that would kill everything in the house.
Ah, Breaking Bad.
I think he might have been on drugs.
Walter White was
To
your
be
neighbor?
completely
I thought
honest,
you said his
and
name
my
was
mom will
Ben.
correct me if I'm wrong, but he just would claim to have all of the access to all this stuff because he was an ex-government employee. So he claimed. I think he was just crazy. But
Crazy.
the part that the
I
funnest
was
part-
crazy once.
So me,
They locked
my
me in a
sister,
room.
and my sister's
rubber
friend,
room.
Shut up. Me, my sister, and my sister's friend. My sister and her friend were about to go somewhere, and they open the door, and there's a police officer on our porch gun drawn, and he just looks at us and he just goes, shh. And he turns back around, and my sister and friend go, yeah, we're not going anywhere. Turns out he had
Oh
missed a
wait, I
couple
remember
of
this.
yeah, he had missed a couple of mortgage payments on his house. And they were like, hey, we're going to come take this house. And he said, no, you're not. And he had allegedly rigged it to where if anybody but him stepped inside of his house, the house was going to explode. And he told my mother this.
Terrorists win.
Basically. So they had a bomb squad come out and they raided the house. They took him in. And when the judge was asking him, like, you know, how do you like plead to these charges, he literally told the judge that he felt like a fly stuck on the bottom of a hippopotamus.
What does that mean?
He was calling the race card, saying that they were only doing this because he was African American.
Wait, hold on. He was African American, and his name was.
We're calling him Ben. I'm
Ben
not going to use his real
Franklin?
name. Yeah, I know. Really weird, right? It's just like when
Ben Franklin was what? Disney really be recasting everybody?
No, they actually made a Benjamin Franklin with the guy from Ant-Man, Michael Douglas. He was Benjamin Franklin.
Who does Michael Douglas play?
Hank Pym.
Okay,
That was weird, but no,
I could
so
see him as Well,
Benjamin Franklin.
don't mind me. I'm just having a speech impediment complex. I self-identify as a stutterer.
But no, when they eventually got him out of the house, they were like, they went in there and they cleared all his stuff out. There was like the dogs had eaten the inside of the house. Basically, there was just bite marks all along the walls. All of the furniture was torn up. The cabinets, there was like no food in there because the dogs had eaten it all. And we're sitting here like, man, how did those dogs not eat him? Because they were like, I'm not one to say that pit bulls are vicious because I don't think that they are unless they're raised incorrectly. Any dog raised incorrectly can be vicious, except for Chihuahuas. They're just jerks. But like they were vicious dogs, and he said he had them on the property for protection. But if any of them ever got out, they would have killed somebody or killed a dog. And you know what's crazy? That house has had 4 neighbors that have had the wildest stuff happen. I'm almost convinced that house was haunted. Because that house also had drug dealers.
Joe, I think your head is haunted.
Probably.
There's a haunting in your head.
Probably. But no, that house had drug
Your
dealers. There's people that have
imagination
died
is full
in that
of
house.
weird stuff.
There, the most recent one is the police raided that house because it was a meth lab.
So you did have Walter White living. I was right.
Pretty much. It was a grow house.
That's wild. And I'm assuming that's the end of your story.
Pretty much, yeah. That guy was just. I've seen him since.
I'm excited for this next part.
Oh.
Because the end of that story marks the beginning of an ad for our very first sponsor.
We have a sponsor.
We have a sponsor.
We have a sponsor.
I haven't written a script for this, so I'm going to go off the cuff.
All right.
It's okay. They're not technically paying for this. Technically. Anyways. Kevin Emmanuel Pool Cleaning Service. That's right. My brother and my cousin started a pool cleaning service. Looking for a pool boy? Guess what? They got 2. They clean pools. They do pH balancing. They clean the filters. They clean stuff. I don't know how pool cleaning works. He's showing me how to do it. But anyways, if you're in Discovery Bay, Brentwood, Oakley, Antioch, Pittsburgh, Concord, basically the sort of East Bay area, Contra Costa County,
that's pretty much Contra Costa County. I don't know.
Well, Martinez is also Contra Costa County. Keep in mind that's where county jail is. But if you're getting out of county jail and heading our way, I used to work next there. But if you're getting out of county jail and heading our way and need a pool cleaned because, well, it's your pool and you stole it, K&M Pool Services. You can find them on Instagram at K, the letter N, the letter M, _pool _clean 98. Go ahead and check them out. And if you use our name and be like, hey, we heard about you on the Cocoa and Coffee podcast, absolutely nothing's going to happen. He's going to be like, I'm sorry you had to listen to that. So anyways, that is the end of our sponsors ad.
I just have a question. Do they clean above ground pools? Can you clean like above ground pools?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know if they do that.
Because
I'd have to ask. Here, hold on.
I'm under the impression that you just
hold on.
He's
Emmanuel. He ain't here.
He left.
He gone.
He done run off.
Okay, so
FT.
He done RUNOFT. If you get that reference,
I don't even get
if you get that reference and you come up to me in public and you say, he done RUNOFT, I am uncomfortable with being physically touched, but I will give you the biggest hug that you have ever received. I will lift you off the ground. You could be 400 pounds.
It is a pretty big hug because he's a pretty big guy.
400 pounds. I'll lift you up. You raise me up. All right,
Okay,
anyways.
Tell me about your crazy neighbors.
So keep in mind, the place that we're recording now is the apartment that I'm living in now.
Yes.
I grew up in this apartment.
Oh, no.
Okay. Across the street, technically my neighbors, there used to be this... I hate that you waved to my window curtain. Across the street, there used to be a drug addict named Lori.
Oh,
and she had... I don't know how she managed to live and stay in that apartment. I think someone else was helping her pay or something, family member, I don't know. But there was also a local homeless guy named Ronnie, also on tons of drugs.
Hey, Ronnie.
Anyways, wake up one morning. My mom would have to verify the time. It's sometime early in the morning, anywhere between like 2 and 6 a.m. It's still dark out. And you hear screaming.
Thank you for I feel so immersed in this story now that you have
You're
screamed.
welcome. Well, I don't think I went outside. I think my mom told me to stay inside, but I looked through the window and I only caught a glimpse of it. Big mistake. So Lori and Ronnie are running around the alleyway, chasing each other, butt naked. And then she's like, he's gonna beat me. And I know that's horrible, but that's not what he was trying to do.
Oh, that's not what you normally do on a Thursday morning at 5 o'clock?
No, this was a Tuesday.
Oh, it was a Tuesday? Oh,
no,
that's
I have
why
no
it was
idea.
weird.
It was so long ago. I was like 8.
Well, if it was Tuesday, that makes more sense. It's more of a Thursday morning activity for me.
Gosh.
To run around naked and beat people.
This is why they tell you to stay at least 300 yards away from the schools. This is why.
Joke's on you, I live 300 yards from a school.
Exactly 301 yards.
I think so, actually.
That's wild.
That actually, I don't know how many yards.
No, you're definitely for which school are you talking about? Antioch?
Belshaw.
Belshaw.
Yeah, there's an elementary school in my neighborhood.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's where I went for elementary school.
Anywho,
shout out to my teachers that probably hated me.
They're doing that. Cops come, and if I'm not mistaken, they kind of just stood around watching, debating who's gonna tackle them. Because keep in mind, neither one of them are attractive. They're all messed up.
I feel like you just tackle them,
but they're naked.
You just wash your police uniform after.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh wait, hold on. He's back out of the bathroom. I think.
Manny's back. Let's ask him.
You clean above ground pools? Yeah, it's confirmed.
You can.
We did your ad. We did your. Yeah, we're talking right now. You want to say something? Here, come here.
Come say hi to the people, Manny. The people want to know you. The people want to say hi to you.
Manuel, what do you have in response to the allegations that you're a 6 foot tall gorilla?
6 foot 1.5.
That 1.5 is important, folks.
To 2. Oh.
To 2.
Depends on how warm it is that day.
If it's cold, he shrinks. Oh my god! I hope that didn't get picked up. It's going in. Pastor Smith listens to this. I'm just kidding. Well, I'll cut it out. That's funny though. He's a grown boy, barely.
Speaking of grown, you look like overgrown.
I already told him that he was built like Mr. Incredible pre-workout.
I want to go pick up that.
Right now? Oh, do you need my keys?
We're a professional podcast.
Me and Manuel don't play catch. We play drop. Typically, I'm the one dropping, but he dropped this time, and I feel so proud.
You were dropped on your head as a kid.
No, I wasn't dropped. I was thrown into a ceiling fan and flung into the wall.
I was dropped.
He was dropped.
So was I, actually.
Well, that explains a lot for you.
My sister said, I don't want to hold him anymore. It just dropped me on the floor.
Do you remember when Lori and Ronnie were running outside in the alley, butt naked, yelling at each other?
He remembers too much. He remembers all too well.
He closed the door and ran because he's like, I don't want to remember back in But no, that's one of them. I mean, we had one of our neighbors. He got shot in the butt, and they laid him.
That's unfortunate.
He was gang affiliated at the time, if I'm not mistaken. I think I can't quite remember.
Bro, I
all
feel like
I know
that's worse than killing somebody if you're in a gang. That's just disrespectful. Shoot him in the butt cheek.
Well, all I know is that after they shot him, they laid him in the back of my dad's truck, and my dad, completely unconcerned about this guy. You're getting blood all over my truck.
That sounds like you.
That's exact, dude. I would be saying the same if he had just gotten a new paint job on it. But keep in mind, he wrecked it like not too long after that. He wrecked like almost all the vehicles that he had, which is kind of crazy. But like this dude got shot in the butt cheek and then laid in my dad's truck bed. Any other crazy neighbors?
One of my neighbors stole my dad's some stuff from my dad's tool chest to pay for drugs.
That's just Antioch.
You're not wrong. To this day, we never leave our garage.
Never
like,
did get that Sawzall
We
back.
unplugged. Well, no, there's more sentimental stuff. There's like pictures of my grandma in that tool chest.
Oh, he stole the whole tool chest.
Yeah, like a little one, I think.
I thought you said he stole some tools from a
He
tool chest.
He stole a tool chest that had some tools in it, but there was also like pictures and stuff like that in there. But no,
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe your dad should put pictures in a photo album instead of a toolbox.
probably
The toolbox is where the tools go.
we unplugged the garage
Joe's
door
mom, I
opener.
know you're listening to this.
Hi, Mom. I didn't shoot anyone in the butt cheek,
Sure.
I swear. It wasn't me.
Put your pictures in a photo album.
Put your pictures in a photo album. No, my grandma's the picture addict. She has like
I know. I was watching her scrapbook
oh my goodness. It's
when I came
insane.
over to do something.
You came over to help us when we were already done.
Yeah, that made me feel a little retarded.
It was funny. I've dropped my phone like 6 times
Any
during this
other
recording.
crazy
good lord.
neighbors?
We had a neighbor. I wasn't alive for this, but there was a neighbor. When my parents lived in an apartment with my
Wait, hold on.
older
Do
sister.
homeless people count if they live near you?
Well, if that's the case, I've been punched in the face by a homeless dude.
Did he live near you though? That was at your
He
job.
lived near my job, which is near my house.
That's not a neighbor.
You're not a
Mine
neighbor.
lived
Hello,
like
neighbor.
down there, like the next alleyway.
I don't think homeless people count though, because they don't.
I'm
have
gonna
a home.
count him because this is hilarious. You're gonna love this.
I don't know.
We called him Mission 453. I'll explain why. So one day,
Your mission, if you choose to accept it.
he's across the street inside of the dumpster, as homeless people do. You know, they're
Mhm.
digging for stuff, surviving. Nothing against that. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Except he's a little messed up, and so you hear him talking to himself, and he goes, "Shh, get down. You're gonna compromise Mission 453." And then he just drops inside of the dumpster to evade this invisible enemy. Now, I don't
The
know if he was a
dragons in the
vet or
kitchen.
not, but he always had an American flag that was in pristine condition compared to everything else he had. So I think he might have been a vet, but
Have you ever thought to look up Mission 453? What that could be?
no.
I'm looking-
I'm yeah, look it up. Look it up while I
am.
continue. So me being the messed up kid that I was and not thinking about him being a vet.
How old was this guy? Do you think?
Hold on, let me finish this before we continue that because I will get distracted and forget. One day I saw him pushing his cart down the alley, and so I downloaded one of those gun apps and I hooked up my phone to a speaker and I went, da, da, and he goes, ah! Dives. And I was like, oh my god. I felt a little bad after that, but then like I was still laughing pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
You're about to feel really
I'm
bad.
a little messed up. Okay, where's Mission
The
453?
453rd Bombardment Group.
It
It is a thing.
What year did that happen?
1943.
43. He was
World War II.
not, because in 2000 he would have been in 2003 he would have been 63. He was like in his 40s,
Yeah, that's fair.
and this was like 2016.
After training, the United States deployed to England in December 43, starting in February 1944, participated in the strategic bombing campaign against Germany with 8th Air Force.
That's crazy.
We had a neighbor. I wasn't alive during this, but when my parents lived in an apartment with my older sister, we had a neighbor that stole light bulbs because he was selling drugs and he thought the light bulb was giving him away.
What?
I don't know, man. I wasn't alive during this. I wasn't there.
Okay, well, this brings us to the last roughly 5 minutes of our podcast.
And this is going to be honestly probably my favorite segment.
So
I've dropped my phone again.
Because you're a little retarded. In this segment, Joe's going to teach me he has 5 minutes. Actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. You have 2.5 minutes to teach me something, and I have 2.5 minutes to give
Well, I mean, this
what I learned.
what I have in mind, it won't be hard for you to grasp this concept.
Okay, so we'll start off easy. Okay, so let's go.
There's no such thing as vegetables.
I'm sorry. What?
There's no such thing as a vegetable.
I told my
Vegetables
doctor
do
he was
not
an idiot.
exist. Name a vegetable. Name something you think it's a vegetable.
Cucumber.
It's a fruit
Why?
because of the seeds. The way that the seeds are. The
A vegetable, broccoli.
It's a broccoli's a flower.
Where are the petals?
The little thingies.
Okay, we gotta do something different because you're an idiot.
No, this is an actual thing. This was a trend on TikTok a couple of
Okay,
months ago.
that tells
now.
me it's not an actual
No,
thing.
there is not
Oh my
a
goodness,
sci-
this TikTok trend tells
No,
me there's
there
no such thing as a
is
veg.
not
You
a
are
scientific
empowering-
definition.
What is
for
that? What is
vegetable.
that? Gorgon the Destroyer or whatever?
What?
That fat dude that thinks he's a woman?
Oh, no, there is not a scientific definition for vegetable. Vegetable is a culinary term. Look up any vegetable, like potato. It's a starch.
Potato's not a vegetable. That
Yeah,
plant.
potato isn't a vegetable.
Technically, it's a root.
There's no such thing.
Okay.
Carrot's a root too.
What is a vegetable? If it pulls up a picture of a wheelchair, I'm gonna die laughing. Vegetables are parts of plants that are consumed by humans or other animals as food. The original meaning is still commonly used and is applied to plants collectively to refer to all edible plant matter, including flowers, fruits, stems.
So fruit's a vegetable then?
I guess.
It's not.
But
fruit is
it
an edible
includes-
part of a plant that is usually sweet and sometimes sour. Lemons, apples, strawberries are considered fruits. But if you ask a botanist,
Well, if you do that, then you're like, oh well, an orange isn't a fruit; it's a citrus.
according to the dictionary, the term vegetable is used to define anything living that is an animal or mineral. If you ask a cook, a vegetable is a term to define the parts of the plant that we eat, the plant matter on our plates such as salad, greens, carrots, or potatoes. But according to botanists, they will tell you there is no such thing as a vegetable. The term vegetable has no meaning in botany.
Look up
From a
what it
biological
takes to become a
standpoint,
botanist.
What
Look
we
up how
ca-
much
what-
education it takes to become a botanist.
Hold on.
No,
What
I'm not
we call
holding. I'm looking it
vegetable-
up.
What we call vegetables are just parts of plants.
That's literally what a vegetable is.
But it's
The
not
edible part of a plant.
You're an edible part of a plant. How do you feel about that? You're a vegetable. Get in your wheelchair, Stephen Hawking.
Bite me. Hold on. What? this derailed so fast. I like this though. This is gonna be fun. Education. Whoops.
An onion is a tuber.
Require.
I don't know
I
what
do
a
that
tuber is.
for
What do I need to do to
Botany.
become a botanist?
no formal education is required. So,
A bachelor's degree.
however, the Board of Certification believes that candidates holding a bachelor's degree with the equivalent of at least 30 semester hours of ecosystem sciences with at least 9 semester hours of botany and at least 12 semester hours of physical and mathematical science will greatly increase their chances
Botany,
of becoming
plant
a botanist.
science, plant biology, and general biology
But,
is what's
but
required
get this,
for a
no
bachelor's
formal
degree.
education is required.
So I can call myself a botanist?
So this TikTok person can go on
No,
and be like,
this wasn't just a TikTok person. This
I'm
was
a
like a whole
botanist.
thing.
this is not a vegetable. This is Stephen Hawking.
Well, in that case, then technically any
goodness.
leaf is a vegetable. There is no such-
Imagine carrying around your kid for 9 months just for it to come out, name it Joseph, and how old are you? 23? 23 years later,
24.
it looks at someone and says vegetables don't exist.
There is no scientific
is like
term
the
for
same-
a vegetable.
That's like saying there's no scientific proof that there's only 2 genders.
No, that is proved.
So is a vegetable, you
No,
idiot.
it's not. No, it's not.
Well, that's okay. How about we settle it like this?
Listeners.
Give us a comment on whether you think so. Do one of 2 comments. Comment vegetables are real, or just comment Joe is retarded, and we will know which one is true by the amount of comments we get on the post when we post this thing with the post.
I can just put up a poll on whether or not vegetables
Well, we can't do it
exist.
right now.
Well, we can when this episode goes out.
Give it like 2 days after the episode airs. Then
No, I
we'll
can put up a poll with the episode on Spotify.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Because
Let's do that.
Spotify is our main source of
Well, Spotify let us
listeners.
say Joe is retarded.
I don't know.
Well, if it doesn't, just put no, vegetables are fake. Vegetables are real, vegetables fake. But if it lets you put Joe is retarded, and let's see, I wonder if people will vote that just to call you retarded.
Well, then it's an unfair vote. This is rigged election.
Everybody, I need you to call the Russians for the collusion of this
We
election.
do have a Russian listener.
We do?
We
yeah, I
have
forgot
a
about
Russian
that.
listener.
Oh,
And
we also
a
have
listener from Spain.
Spain, yeah.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know his real name, but we call him Monk.
Monk. Hello, Monk. I loved you in the show Monk. It's the hit show Monk starring Monk.
Cue the outro music.